On Dispatch, your layout photos, the question of the week, and a big flashback, starting right now. You're watching Dispatch, the variety show for model railroaders. I'm Roy Smith. Thanks for joining me. On this edition of the show, we take a look at your layout photos. We share your responses to the question of the week, namely, do you use plastic wheels or metal wheels on your cars? And we flash back to a video I uploaded in October 2017 called Staging Yard Changes on My N-Scale Layout. We will begin with your layout photos in a moment, but before we do that, there are three other things that I want to share with you. First, you may recall that I uploaded a video last December 2020 called RPO 5 Awesome Deliveries. In that video, I mentioned that the steam switcher 4420 and its tender had been moved from a city park in Evanston, Wyoming, back to the roundhouse in the railroad complex there. 4420 had served as a switcher at the roundhouse and rail yards for 43 years before it was retired in 1957. Upon its return to the roundhouse in December, it sat outside at first, as you see here on the prototype. And here you see it on my layout. But the 060 switcher was soon moved inside the roundhouse for restoration. Thanks to Dale Angell, who posted this photo on Facebook, we can actually see 4420 sitting inside the roundhouse, where it is now being restored. Incidentally, Dale's YouTube channel is Toyman Television. In case you're one of the few remaining people who hasn't subscribed to his channel, I will put a link to it in the description to this video down below. Second, our friend Cameron LaFleur recently went to Evanston because his train club was participating in a show there. While he was there, Cameron took some photos of the inside of the Hostlers building at the north end of the roundhouse, and in a moment I will show you the photos he posted on Facebook. Of course, you've seen the exterior of the Hostlers building in previous videos here on my channel, and you've seen it on my layout thanks to my friend Chris Perry, who scratch built it as a 3D building flat. Chris, are you now ready to start working on the building interior? This may be the first time that you will see the interior of the building, thanks to the photos that Cameron took. As you can see, it's in a state of complete ruin. By the way, Cameron's YouTube channel is called Caboose 121. Be sure to check it out. There's a link to it down below. And third, I want to share with you an unusual photo of my layout in case you missed it on Facebook. It's a part of my layout taken from a never-before-seen angle. To the left in the photo is Green River, Wyoming on the upper level and staging on the lower level. To the right on the peninsula is Evanston, Wyoming, which is still under construction. And not visible in this photo are Echo Canyon, Utah, and Pocatello, Idaho, both of which are off photo to the right. And here's a second photo taken of that same unusual angle, showing Green River closer up. These two photos are unusual because I took them from outside of my house, looking in an open window of the train room. Now, since my house is 3 stories high and my train room is on the 3rd floor, you may be wondering how I managed to do that. Well, very simply, my house has balconies all the way around on the 2nd and 3rd floors. Here's where I took the photos on the 3rd floor balcony, standing on a small stepladder and looking in the open window over the top of the layout backdrop. We model railroaders will do just about any crazy thing to get decent photos of our layouts. Now then, your layout photos. Most model railroaders like to look at other people's layouts, and you can too, right here on every edition of Dispatch. Here's how it works. You post photos of your layouts in our Facebook group. Then I bring your photos over here to Dispatch to share with everyone during the show. And here are the photos you posted since the last edition of Dispatch. After the show, I'd like you to go over to the Facebook group and post a photo of your layout there because it's fun to share the hobby. And besides, we want to see what you're doing on your layout. I will put a link to the group down below where you can post your photos. Remember, you can post photos of your layout no matter what scale you model in. And yes, you can post photos of your club's layout as well. As always, you'll know you're at the right place when you see this photo at Echo Canyon on my layout. Now it's time for our question of the week. And here's this week's question. Do you use plastic wheels or metal wheels on your cars? Here's how you responded to the question. Many of you who run your cars with plastic wheels said that new cars almost always come with plastic wheels, especially in N-scale. And you don't see any real need to swap them out for metal wheels. It costs a lot of money to convert to metal wheels, you said. And those of you who use metal wheels on your cars said you like the clickety-clack sound that metal wheels make. Metal wheels keep the track cleaner, you said. You said metal wheels add some additional weight to your cars, and thus the cars derail less often. And you said metal wheels run smoother. That is, they create less friction, so you can run longer trains. But a majority of you said you run both plastic and metal wheels on your layouts. Those of you who do this often said in your responses to the question that to you, it doesn't matter whether your cars have plastic or metal wheels. And you said that you run whatever comes on the cars. As long as they work fine, there's no need to change them, you said. But of course, many of you who run both plastic and metal wheels on your cars said that you are in the process of converting to all metal wheels? Me? Well, right now I still have both plastic and metal wheels on my cars, but I'm among those of you who are in the process of converting to all metal wheels. I have discussed this with you in recent videos about my freight car upgrades. In the end, though, what I believe is this. The kind of wheels you use on your cars is a matter of personal choice. It's your railroad. Well, I'd like to thank all of you who responded to this question. Now, we do have a question for the next episode of Dispatch, and here it is. Do you really want to finish building your layout? If not, why not? This topic was inspired by something Mike Fifer said in passing in a recent layout update. Here's what he said.
I guess what it boils down to is my fear of getting done here. I don't really want to get done, and I don't have anything to do.
Thanks for inspiring the question, Mike. There's a link to Mike's recent layout update down below. Be sure to check it out. As always, post your responses to the question for the coming episode of Dispatch in the comments section down below. And then I will tabulate your answers and discuss the results in the next episode. Again, the question is, do you really want to finish building your layout? If not, why not? Now it's time for our big flashback. I'm going to take you back in time to October 2017 when I uploaded a video called Staging Yard Changes on my N-scale layout. In that video, I described some changes that I was making to the arrangement of track in my staging yard, and I explained why my staging yard is so essential to the overall design of my layout. In essence, the staging yard allows me to run my trains to off-layout destinations, both to the east and to the west of the area I am modeling. Let's go take a look at a bit of the video. I'm converting the tracks in my staging yard from single-ended to double-ended. I'd like to show you what I've done so far. That's coming right up. Hi, I'm Roy Smith. Welcome to my layout. Today I'd like to show you the changes I'm making in my staging yard. As I said, I'm converting all of the tracks in the yard from single-ended to double-ended. What a big improvement this is making on my layout. For me, the staging yard is an essential part of my track plan. It allows me to run my trains to and from off-layout destinations. It represents the rest of the world beyond the visible part of my layout. As you can see, my staging yard is not hidden. I have left it open for easy access. In my opinion, it isn't necessary to hide staging yards behind fascia, or helixes either for that matter. I hope you enjoyed this flashback. There's much more to see in the video, so I encourage you to watch the rest of it. I will put a link to it down below. Feel free to post your thoughts about it in the comments section. Now then, coming soon in my continuing series about freight car upgrades, a video in which I will show you how I remove the roof walks from my boxcars, and I will explain why I remove them. Be watching for it. And a reminder that there are well over 300 other videos for you to watch right here on this channel. Go to my videos page and browse around. There's a link to it down below. Or go to these videos over here just by clicking on them. Well, thanks for letting me share the world's most amazing hobby with you here on Dispatch. As always, I'm Roy Smith. Until next time, happy railroading.